So let's talk about this Lakers and Cavs game. The Lakers and Cavs played yesterday, and they basically played for the stakes of LeBron James coming back to Cleveland. If you guys don't know, this game was the first game that LeBron James has been in Cleveland, in the Cleveland arena. I'm pretty sure for this year. It's been really good for him this season in terms of his clutchness and the way that he's played. This season, he's having one of his best seasons of all time. When it comes to just statistics and clutch time statistics, he's averaging like 10 points in the clutch in the fourth quarter. He's averaging almost 56% from the field and 38% from three. His free throw percentage is still trash, but honestly, this man has been going off. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they've struggled a lot because Donovan Mitchell, even though he is amazing, it's obvious that he cannot carry a team every night. And Darius Garland, with the way that he's been playing this season, and the fact that he got injured this game, have been really bad for the Cavs. If you guys don't know, this season, Darius Garland has taken a step down from what he did last year. If you guys saw him last year, he was an absolute madman from the three-pointer, shooting 41%, and he was dishing out like 8 assists per game, just a all-star caliber player, and really he was being the point guard of the team, making sure that everyone got to eat, meanwhile also creating his own shots. The problem with this season is that he just completely abandoned that now. And we saw him, now take more of a scoring role, Darius Garland, and now he's averaging only 5 assists per game. Now, 5 is not a bad number, and obviously it's good that he's doing this. But with Donovan Mitchell's assist going up by a whole assist, and him also having to maintain his scoring from last season, it's caused the team to really have to reevaluate themselves. Darius Garland is now injured, and he played like about, I think it was 16 minutes of this game. No, 14 minutes of this game, in which he, was ineffective, but we are hoping that he is getting better. The problem with Cleveland this year, and really what's caused this influx in losses and the fact that they've been so much worse than they were last year, has been the fact that they are playing their stars to death. This team does not have any depth at all. They don't play Isaac Okoro because he can't shoot. They're not playing Georges Niang enough, and even when they are, their whole lineup isn't even playing their young players, which are supposed to play. Like, they have guys like Imani Bates, which are great and have been actually showing the fact that they could be a good rotational player for this team, because what this team needs is more players to play. When we see most teams, they run an 8-man, and when we see the Cavs, they run also an 8-man or a 9-man. But the problem with the Cavs is that their stars get it the worst. Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen are normally getting around 35 minutes a game. And for guys, young players who can play that amount of minutes, it is concerning when you're giving a guy like Evan Mobley 33 minutes a game when you don't even really need him for most of those minutes, right? Let's face it, the Cavs are a team which should be blowing teams out because they're great at offense, they're great at defense, and they've shown that they could really be one of the best teams in the league. And in my opinion, all these problems come from their offense. When we look at them in the league, they're the 17th best defense. That means that they're in the bottom half of defensive teams. And they're the 22nd offense in the NBA. What this basically means is that they can't score really well, neither can they defend really well. They can defend better and score better than some teams, and that enough teams to the point where they'll win, but they do not have enough on offense or on defense to make up for the other. And this is a phenomenon that we see in the NBA. You see, the Timberwolves, they're a great defensive team, and they'll make up enough offense to win games because they can stop teams from scoring. A team like the Indiana Pacers can score so much that makes up for their horrible defense, and that's why they win enough games. You see, with Cleveland being below average in both of those ratings really shows that they have a problem in their hands. Donovan Mitchell has been amazing. He's been really carrying this team. But when he has an off game, it is, hard for them to get their points across and really get their stuff through. Like this game, Evan Mobley and Jared Allen had to put on a clinic where both of them scored a combined 39 points. And Donovan Mitchell scored 22, but he was terribly inefficient, and most of his points came from free throws. The rest of the team really didn't score efficiently. The only players who actually were able to do it correctly was Craig Porter Jr., which got a really clutch three at the end of this game, and honestly is a guy who I personally didn't know, and I think Cleveland fans are probably more aware of who he is than someone like me. But the rest of this team has just been inefficient, and they haven't been able to get their stuff together. On the other side, the Lakers won this game. It was a clutch game, I will say that. So the Cleveland put up enough points to make it a fight. Well, LeBron in the clutch was amazing. If you saw the game, you saw them really be efficient. And even though LeBron did play a worse game than he normally has this season, in the clutch, you saw him make back-to-back points. He made that really soft layup when Donovan Mitchell was trying to take the charge, where he didn't even touch Donovan Mitchell, and it was an amazing play where he could really, finish without having to body anybody. And on the other one, you saw him cut baseline for that big dunk to win the game, which basically put them up enough. After that, it was free throws from Austin Reeves, which he made all of them. Shout out to Austin Reeves in the clutch because he really did that. And in my opinion, the Lakers played great this game. Anthony Davis had 32 points, 13 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, and 3 blocks. He was amazing, and he even made this floater over Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, which was just phenomenal. LeBron, I already said his plays, plus the assist that he had. He was just seeing everything. And there was this lob which he threw to AD, which was almost it blew my mind when I watched it, because I was just like, how do you even get that through? And especially in the clutch in the fourth quarter. Austin Reeves played great. Jackson Hayes literally didn't miss a shot, and he was amazing this game. And everyone on the Lakers played great, and the only reason really why they were inefficient was because of their three-point shooting, but even that was just 33%. This game, they just played their hearts out. And even with LeBron having a down game where he only stepped up in the clutch, but for the rest of the game was pretty, mid, there is something to be said for the fact that the Lakers by themselves could put up this many points and be this efficient without LeBron, really dominating the game the way that you expect LeBron to dominate. So that actually surprised me in a very, nice way. And that's what I think the Lakers are going to be great this season. They're a team which has consistently been one of the best teams in the league in terms of their stars. They play through their stars. And now we get to see that the role players, the young guys, the guys on the sideline, are stepping up. Just in this game versus the Cavs, they had Austin Reeves make all of his clutch free throws. Jackson Hayes didn't miss a shot. Christian Wood literally missed 2 shots, and Max Christie missed 2 shots, and the only guy who really played badly was D'Angelo Russell. But even with that, he still made up for it, because the team won in the end. And in my opinion, this new Lakers core looks amazing, and shout out to the Lakers for putting this together, and shout out to Rob Pelinka. So finally, that's what I thought about this game. I am really rooting for Cleveland. They're one of my favorite teams. You know, I am a Heat fan, so obviously I support with tentatively, but I do want them to succeed because they're fun and they play well. I hope that Garland can get back up to speed and can become the playmaker that he was for 2 seasons in a row. And I do hope that both of these teams can keep going up, and that this LeBron, standing ovation that they gave him in the beginning was pretty humble to see. It was pretty nice. The fact that Cleveland, now greets him so nicely after they, had greeted him so badly when he came back, when he was with the Heat. But yeah, that's it. Peace.